Investigation is unfolding into last night's deadly plane crash on Catalina Island that claimed the lives of 5 people. Tonight, we are learning more about who was on board and what may have happened leading up to the crash.
KTLA's Rachel Menitoff is live in Santa Monica with the very latest. Rachel?
Sure, Micah. According to the FAA, the plane is registered to a man by the name of Ali Safai, a former flight instructor. He apparently flew to Catalina to help out fellow pilots who were stranded and having mechanical issues. 5 people on board a twin-engine Beechcraft 95 killed Tuesday night. Their aircraft crashed into a ravine shortly after it took off from Catalina Airport in Avalon. The plane went down in rough terrain about a mile west of the runway, seen in this Instagram video posted from the Catalina Island Conservancy.
When the deputies and the search and rescue and the fire guys all got there, they saw the tail of the plane down about 300 feet.
According to the FlightAware flight tracking website, the plane took off from Santa Monica Airport shortly before 6 p.m. Tuesday and arrived at Catalina Airport in about 20 minutes. It took off from the island 2 hours later, but it's unclear where it was headed and what went wrong. Detective Sergeant Grayson Klein with the LA County Sheriff's Department says they received an SOS alert from one of the passengers' phones, letting them know there had been a crash.
So you get 2 things. It's a pre-recorded 911 call as well as a text 911 giving GPS coordinates.
The plane officially belongs to Ali Safai, a former flight instructor seen here in an archived photo online. He's believed to be one of the people on board, according to people who spoke with KTLA. The Proteus Flight School released a statement saying Ali kept his airplane at Santa Monica Airport, where he was always a cherished friend to all of us at Proteus. His spirit of camaraderie and generosity was evident when he learned that a Proteus airplane was stranded at Catalina Airport due to mechanical issues yesterday. Without hesitation, he volunteered to assist in retrieving the stranded occupants who were left without transport or lodging at the top of Catalina Island. Former KTLA chopper pilot Tim Lin says the Catalina Airport is unique in terms of its location, 1,700 feet over the water.
Going into Catalina Airport takes a skill that most local pilots do not have.
Lin says Catalina Airport is officially closed at 5 p.m. and normally nighttime operations are prohibited. It's unclear whether or not the pilot was given special circumstance.
As you depart out, you get a bit of a downdraft at the end of the runway. Also, late in the evening, you do get a lot of moisture over there with cloud cover and fog coming up the back side or the west side of the island.
And the NTSB is investigating the exact cause of this crash. Our aviation experts say a lot of things could have happened here, including maybe a power failure, mechanical issues, or perhaps a misjudgment of the runway. We're live at Santa Monica Airport tonight. I'm Rachel Menitoff. Micah, back to you in studio.
Rachel, thank you.